Today, Baba is speaking about not bothering about the storms. Okay, and I was just remembering this one, this one in happening that happens. So it's a phenomena in the world that, eagles are very powerful. Eagles are powerful birds. But then the only bird that dares to attack the eagle is the crow. And what the crow does is, it sits on the back of the eagle and it keeps pecking its neck. Okay? And then the eagle, what is the response of the eagle to that pecking of the neck by the crow? The eagle doesn't fight the crow. The eagle just spreads its wings and starts flying higher and higher and higher, because the eagle can do that. And when it flies really high, then the air gets thinner and the crow can't breathe in that air. So the crow gets breathless and falls off. Okay, so the eagle doesn't spend its energy fighting with the crow. And Baba also tells us that, earlier we didn't know how to rise higher. So we kept fighting with waste thoughts and sinful thoughts. But Baba says, although, there will be storms of every kind in and around you, there will be storms in the mind, there will be storms outside. But instead of creating thoughts about the storm, so when you are in storm consciousness, you are fighting the storm. Yes, so nobody should say that, I'm not fighting it. No. If you're thinking about it, you're fighting it. So if you are in that consciousness, then you will create a lot of waste thoughts. But Baba says, you don't need to do that. You just need to focus on remembering Baba and filling yourself with power. And when you do that, and to remember Baba, you have to just first forget the storms. So the method to remember Baba is forget the body, forget the bodily relations, the bodily religions. Bodily religion is not only Hindu, Muslim, Christian. It's, I'm a mother, I'm the boss, I'm the one responsible for this work. All of these are bodily religions. And forget all of that. Just come to the awareness that I am a soul and I'm an actor. I'm not the act that I'm doing. I am the actor. And just detach from the physical context. Sit in the awareness of your peace, because peace comes when you sit in the awareness that you are a soul and you are in this world but not of this world. So you are able to detach from the thoughts of the world and sit in the awareness of your innate peace. Because as long as the thoughts of the world are dominating your mind cannot perceive the peace that's hidden within you. So just sit in that awareness of your essence of peace and the awareness that you're Baba's child. And then when you sit in the awareness that Baba is my Baba and I'm the child, you feel the love and light of Baba. And just soak that love and light into yourself, whether it's the light of peace, whether it's the light of purity, whichever light, but keep soaking that in yourself. And when you do that, you become full of all the virtues, all the powers. And Baba says, when you pay attention to this one practice, then you fly higher and higher. And then the storms will come and go, but not disturb you. Yes, so the storms won't stop coming. They will only stop coming when we leave from here. Because all this confluence age, the storms will be there. But Baba says, you don't bother. You just bother about accumulating the love and light from Baba. And Baba gives us another very good yukti, another very good method to stay above the storms. That is the method of service. And Baba says, always have this awareness that you are a spiritual server, and your attitude, your drishti is always doing seva. So, with your powerful attitude, always create powerful thoughts, powerful feelings. And these thoughts, these feelings coming from a powerful attitude are recharging the atmosphere. Yes. And do you understand that the atmosphere is the most important thing in spiritual service? So, when somebody comes in front of you or comes in the place you live, that place has to be so charged that that atmosphere makes them feel what you're speaking. Yes, so if you are telling them that you are a soul and you are peaceful, so while you're saying it, your attitude and the power of the atmosphere should be able to make them feel it. And words are forgotten. We live in a world of words where, everybody is speaking, speaking, speaking. So if you say something and then somebody else says something else, what you said will be forgotten. But what that soul felt while you were speaking it, that can't be forgotten. Yes. And, after years also, that soul will remember it. I'll give you one incident. So there was this one young Kumar brother, and he came. He was, I think, all of 21 when he came. So he was preparing for his civils exam, and he took the course. And while he was taking the course, he couldn't relate to many things. He didn't put in a lot of effort also. But during yoga, he felt nice and he felt good while coming to the center. And then he cleared the exam, and then he was posted instantly. So only 7 days he came. And then later he didn't continue and he went out of touch. But, we have this. So, of course, we keep sending good vibrations and good wishes. So then, after around 7 years, that brother called, and I picked up the phone, and then I talked to him, and then he said, "Do you remember me? I used to come as a kid, and now, of course, I'm into the job and I'm married and everything. But I used to come there. Do you remember?" I said, "Yes, I remember." So then he said, "Do you know why I called today?" So I said, "No, I don't know." So he said that, I was very stressed today. This was one of the most stressful days of my life. So somebody passed away, and then there was a lot of work, and then I was embroiled in an accusation in office, which was very painful. And then suddenly, when I sat, I remembered how I felt when the meditations were being conducted. And I could remember that scene when, the meditation was being conducted, and I was sitting in that place and I was feeling it. And that gave me so much peace. And it was very amazing to think that that feeling could even calm me today. So then I felt that I should again make the practice, I should go back to the practice. And that is why I have called. So if you have a course coming up or something, please let me know. So just think about it that, this atmosphere and your attitude can make somebody taste the love and peace and joy that Baba gives you. But how will that happen? when you make that effort, when you have that concern to create that atmosphere, when you have that concern to have such a powerful attitude that anybody who comes in front of you can receive the light and might from Baba. And that will happen when you don't waste your energy in trivial matters. And Baba today says that, Brahmin children, they are wasting a lot of their spiritual accumulated energy in trivial matters. And Baba says that is like playing with dolls. And you see, when children play with dolls, what do they do? They spend a lot of energy, decorating that doll, maintaining that doll, even cooking and feeding that doll. And then what do? They just throw it. So all their energy is spent in that doll, and then it's just a doll. It's, nothing will become of it. So Baba says, similar is our investment in trivial matters. So things keep coming up, and then we keep engaging with them, spending a lot of energy of thought, attitude, spiritual powers of tolerance, and everything on that. And then what happens? Whatever has come is destined to go, and it goes according to its destiny. But you have wasted a lot of energy because you cannot stay detached and above. So Baba says, just keep yourself so busy in spending your energy in seva that you don't have the energy to spend on trivial matters. You just see them come and go, and then you know that whatever has come will go. So I don't need to create waste thoughts over it. Okay, but if you don't have that aim, if you are not having this aim of I have to focus on creating my stage, and I have to focus on doing service through a powerful attitude, then you will engage with the crow. Okay, so don't do that. So that is one thing that Baba says. And then Baba today talks about, so Baba says that I have come to give you unlimited blessings. Okay, the unlimited Father has come to give you unlimited blessings. And when Baba gives blessings, just take them. So Baba says, I give you the blessing of a long life. I give you the blessing of having a son and daughter in every birth. And then I give you the blessing of being very wealthy. Okay. And Baba says, I have come to give you these blessings. And you see, in this world, we hold blessings as something very important. Somebody says, may you have a long life, and we are so happy to hear that. Or may you be wealthy, and we are so happy to hear that. But do human beings' blessings even count? Yes, and I don't think anybody has the capacity to even give blessings these days. Because, people are so jealous that they can't give blessings. And earlier I was not very aware of this, but now I know that, human beings don't give blessings to others because they are very jealous. And they are, in fact, very unhappy when you have something. So, because everybody thinks that they deserve everything in the world and you deserve nothing. So you may happily share something with somebody, but then they are not happy about it. Rather, they give you, they look like giving you blessings, but they are in fact not giving you the right energy. So that is why it is recommended that you always share your happiness with Baba. Whatever good or whatever bad happens, just share with Baba. Even if you got something, you lost something, whatever it is, you share with Baba. Don't share with human beings a lot, because human beings, even if they are not jealous or even if they are not speaking negative, they are not you. So everybody has a different purpose, everybody has different sanskars, and then they may not agree with you. They may not agree with your idea of attainment. They may not agree with your idea of loss, and that also becomes a problem. So, for example, I'll give you one example. So, there's this one brother, and he thinks that buying property is investment, and his wife thinks that buying property is wastage of money. So his wife loves him, but then, whenever he shares with his wife that I am going to buy this property, then the wife doesn't bless it. So she always thinks that, this deal shouldn't happen, because if this happens, then the money will be wasted. So I want to keep that money, or I want to keep it liquid. So that's the idea of the wife. So they came together, and then this brother, he said, my wife is my biggest enemy, and she doesn't wish well for me. So then I understood the whole thing. So I said, no, it's not that she doesn't wish well for you, but the thing is, her idea of a good investment is different from yours. So that is why, many times our idea of success, our idea of failure is very different. And when you share it with somebody, they may not resonate with you. Even if they love you, they may not resonate with you. And you will not be receiving blessings. So that is why Baba says, always surrender all your, good and bad to Baba. And Baba tells us today that I give you unlimited blessings. And these blessings will last for you for 21 births. So Baba says that in the new world, you will have a long life, you will never have uncertain death, and you will never have disease. And that is the blessing I give. So even if the whole world, all the people of the world came and kept their hand on you, and they said, may you have a long life, will you become deathless? No. But Baba comes and gives this blessing. Then Baba says, you will never have, you will never have to adopt in the new world. You will always have one son and one daughter. So those who don't have a son, usually they adopt. And then these days people say, I don't have a daughter, so I will adopt. So, but Baba says, because people think that husband, wife, and one son, one daughter completes the family. But Baba says that in Satyug, you will have one son, one daughter, and that family will always be complete. There will be no reason for adopting. And Baba says, the more important thing is those children will give you happiness. Because these days you may have one son, one daughter, but they are not an asset, they are a big liability because they are not giving you any happiness. I remember there was this one brother, and he told me that my son steals from our own house, and every day he steals. And whenever I confront him, he says it belongs to me. So it is technically not stealing. So he says, okay, if it belongs to you, then why can't you take it, in front of us? So he said, because you people are bad natured and you shout at me, so that's why. So I want peace, so I just take whatever I need, and I don't need to ask you people, because anyways it belongs to me. So he says that, my son is living a lavish life, and he's spending money every day, like whatever he finds, he just goes and spends. And I'm very troubled, because how much can I lock everything and keep? He says something, even if he doesn't find money, he sells some thing also from the house and he makes his money. So what can we do? So he says he sold my wife's jewelry also. His mother's jewelry also he took and sold. So, and he refuses to listen. And he says, what do? We go to the police, file a complaint, or what do we do? So I said, nothing, you just settle your karmic accounts. So these are, so these days children, and I'm not saying children are the problem. I'm not saying parents are the problem. Both are the problem. But the equation is such that everybody is being troubled by everybody. So Baba says that because of this, you will get one son, one daughter, and those who give you happiness in Satyug. And then Baba says wealth will be infinite. There will be nothing unattained in Satyug. And how do you get that blessing? Baba says, in order to get that blessing, what you have to do is, you have to give up all limited desires at this time. Okay, all vicious, limited desires of this time. So, do you know that whenever Baba gives a blessing, then Baba's blessing is not like, okay, may you be this. Baba's blessing is, if you do this, you get this. It's always like that. So, Baba's blessing is, you do a certain karma on Baba's direction, and then you get the blessing. So, Baba today also says that if you leave the limited vicious desires of this world, then you will receive this blessing, and only one desire you should have, of becoming pure, remembering Baba, and taking your full inheritance from Baba. So, do you know desires? So, there's something very interesting about desires. Desires and time are also related. So, desires have a relationship with time. Just like, when you are little, when you are studying, then your parents will tell you, you should have the desire to get good marks right now, not any other desire. Okay, but you have the desire to go out and play and make friends at that very time. Yes, or when you go to college, then your parents will tell you that yes, you can get married and you can have vicious desires also. But right now, just have the desire to do well and get a job. And then later you can have those desires, but you want to have that desire now. You want to have a girlfriend or a boyfriend there only. So that is how, everybody at all times, we are also, of course, that is a limited way of seeing things, and people tell you according to the conventional wisdom. But desires and time are related. And if you have the wrong desire at the wrong time, then, it leads to regret later. So one must know which desire to have when. And desire and time are related. Desire is not a bad thing. You should have desire. If you don't have desire, what will motivate you? Right? But what desire should you have when? Because if you don't have any desire, you don't have any motivation. Yes? And then Baba says that at this time, you should have only one desire, to purify yourself and become virtuous. And other desires are distractions. Because Baba says that whatever, even if because every desire drains you, every desire will use your time, thought, energy, money. So fulfillment of desires is an investment, requires an investment. And then you will invest your confluence aged time, thought, energy, effort, money in that. So Baba says, don't have other desires, worldly desires at this time. Because Baba says, even if those desires become fulfilled, still the world is going to perish. So those desires are limited. They will give you limited attainment. But if you had this desire to become pure and take inheritance from Baba, then this desire will make you fulfill all your worldly desires also for 21 births. Yes, so you will have everything for 21 births. If you just did not want anything right now and just wanted to be pure and finish your sins right now. So Baba says there is no problem with attainment, but attainment in a perishable world is not true attainment. So don't run after that. Baba doesn't say money is not important or, good relationships are not important. But what Baba says is, in this world, it is all perishable. Even if you had it, it is going to perish. So don't waste your time, thought, energy in that which is perishable. Just put in your everything to create that stage of purity, create that stage of fulfillment. And then when you go to the new world, you will have everything: health, wealth, happiness, everything. Yes, so I will give you one example. So there was this one brother, and he said he can't attend classes because he's working all day, and the only time in the morning is for his exercise. And staying healthy is more important than filling with spiritual power. That's what he said categorically. Okay. And then he stopped the classes, and he had made a decision. He was not asking me, so I couldn't do anything. So I said, okay. So I accepted it. And then some years later, he had cancer. Okay. So when he had cancer, he again contacted, and then he again took the Raj Yoga course. And you see, he wasted at least 5 to 6 years in between. And he worked so hard for health, but could he achieve it? No. Even if you work very hard, you cannot achieve anything in this world actually. So Baba says, all your efforts that you're putting in for wealth, health, Baba says, put that effort. Nobody's saying not to, exercise or walk. But don't say that I can't attend a class because I have to do that. Don't let that interfere with your spiritual effort. Because this spiritual effort is going to give you long-lasting returns. 21 births of fortune. And that effort, even if it gives you return, maybe, this person, instead of having cancer, he had good health for, let's say, until he left the body. But then also you will leave that healthy body, or you will be immortal if you have good health. No. So Baba says, don't. So this is not the time to have those desires. Baba doesn't say don't earn money. Baba doesn't say don't take care of the body. Baba doesn't say don't take care of relationships. But don't have the desire. Desire means don't be result oriented. Just do what you can. And when it disturbs the balance of your effort and seva, then, make effort and seva your priority. So that is what Baba is saying. Baba doesn't say, health is not important, relationships are not important. Of course, this body and what you have right now is very important, but not important so much that after it, you lose your spiritual, the time, thought, energy, or the resources that you need to invest in your spiritual effort. So this is what Baba is saying today, that don't go after limited desires. Have the unlimited desire of taking all the inheritance from Baba. And when you do that, you go to the world where you have got everything. Okay, Om Shanti. Anybody wants to share anything, please do.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Okay, Ruti, when you continue.
It's okay.
Today Baba said that in Satyog all souls will be yogi. Because here Baba is teaching us that method. And Baba says that 8 hours of yoga per day. This is minimum. And I was thinking that 8 hours of engagement daily in anything definitely brings a great change in us. Because in childhood also we studied in school. 8 hours, our mind was always there only.
Correct.
And from Lokik life, we were very light.
Right.
And similarly, this method works here also.
Right.
But then I try so much while working also, I do it. And when I calculate according to each hour, whenever, sometimes I get 1 hour full free. There is no one to communicate with me. I am in work, and I take the full privilege of the time. And then next hour, I don't get even few minutes to do that. So I think that I will cover that up in whenever I get much free time.
Yes, that's right.
This is the right method.
Yes, that's the right method.
And while communicating also, I am revising that in my mind.
Correct.
And Shall I calculate that also in remembrance?
You can calculate in the beginning because, even in the beginning, even the effort counts. And then later, because, you need motivation also. So in the beginning, count that, it will motivate you. And then slowly, gradually, when that yog bal purifies you, you will be able to discern that no, this is not to be calculated. And then don't calculate it. Okay, so first 8 hours in quantity at least, then 8 hours in quality. So at least, first make the effort to have quantity of 8 hours. At least sit, take out time or be in awareness. Then you check the quality later. That's fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Shanti.
Didi, I also have a question. Like while being in karma, how to whatever remembrance I have. So how to calculate that into like.
So you have to, in that case, you can have a chart where you have a section of how long was I a karma yogi. Okay, so for example, you put in 3 hours there. Okay,
so Didi, that's what is the
question.
No,
but yes, I'm answering that. So then you write a percentage by its side. Okay, for example, you tried to be in yoga while you were doing that work, but you think that I was only 30% successful. So you gave 3 hours and then 30%. Okay, so you made effort for 3 hours and then the result was 30%. That is the chart you can submit. And that is good enough. Okay.
And Didi, yesterday I was into some situation which it was really upsetting, but then and I slept with it. But then in the morning, when after my Amrit Vela, I just took the Murli, and it was like Baba was just. It was for me that what are you spending your energy on?
Correct.
So what the situation, whatever has come, it comes with an expiry.
Yes.
And what has an expiry? Why are you investing your emotions and your time into it?
Correct.
That was the lesson I learned today.
Yes. So Baba sees all his children and then he is directing everyone to, progress. So this is Baba. Okay. Thank you, Om Shanti. Anybody else? Shanji,
I just have one question regarding remembrance, sister. So when we are doing like cooking or cleaning, whenever we are doing all those time, I am remembering at the same time. Sometimes I like to listen to your videos or other sisters' videos. Does that count? Or
that will count. But what you can do is, while you are listening to that, just pay attention that you have this awareness that I'm listening to Baba's class.
Okay.
So this is Baba's knowledge I'm listening to. So when you have that awareness, you are listening to, you are in remembrance of the ocean of knowledge. So that is fine. Yes, you can.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Om Shanti.